Hey there. I thought I'd make this video, show my homemade gym that I created. How I'd say the ideas of Zach Evernash, people like that. It's like, you can get really strong, really well in a homemade gym. You don't need to go to a lovely chrome and fern gym, as Brooke Hewitt said. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you my gym, show you around. I made a video before, but it was in the middle of the night, so yeah. But I'll start off here. I've got two jerry cans. As you can see, this one's rusted. This one was an old one lying around. So I thought, why not? We can make farmer's walk implements out of them. So that's what I've done. Two farmer's walk implements. This one I bought 20 quid on Amazon, pretty cheap really. And this one was obviously around the farm, so it didn't bother me. So they weigh 40 kilos a piece currently. Still a lot of space in them to make heavier when I can. They are filled with sand, water, and lead shot, steel shot. So they're pretty heavy and fun to run around with. This grip is thick, so obviously if you read Brooke Hewitt's books, any book really, old-fashioned book, they mention the benefits of thick bar training. So these here, that's a piece of crap because this is a garage and there are birds around. This is my sandbag. It looks like a massive bag of cocaine, but in actuality, it is a sandbag. It's made out of old grain bags and duct tape. So yeah, there's no handles, no nothing. It's just bear hugging, shouldering, overhead pressing. Except I can't overhead press it because it's too heavy for me currently. It's ridiculous, actually. But my lighter one I could, but I may have used the sand from that and put it in there. But anyway, this is 60 kilos, and you can do lots of exercises, if you see sandbags anywhere, you can do lots of them. Bear hug carries, then you can do shouldering, you can overhead press it, you can do anything really, you can squat with it. It's ridiculously heavy. Benefits of dog training are also in like great old-fashioned books and books currently like Zach Evernash's books and things like that. This is an old stone. It's not very heavy, but it's still quite cool to lift around and difficult for the grip. Punch bag, just don't really do much of that, but it's nice to have one. It's an old welder. Well, new welder, I guess. This is my rope, which goes up to the ceiling. This is, what, 4 or 5 meters high. Not too high, but you climb up and down it. It's ridiculous and very difficult. Anyone who thinks that rope climbing is not difficult, I urge you to try it, and then I can laugh at you when you fail. This is 1.5 manila rope. Really difficult to hold on to after a while. This is my power rack. I go out. It's made of wood. Nothing special, just some screws. Put it all together and then put some holes through it, and then I've got my own squat rack. It's not very perfect, of course, but it works, what I want. Pins for my squat rack, or squat pins, whatever you call them. These are from an old drive shaft that I cut in half, which is great. They hold anything that I put on here. Don't know what's on here currently, don't know what I was doing, but I've got old plastic weights, metal weights. Don't really care which. Metal plastic ones was when I first started doing weight training. This is my thin barbell, so I do my deadlifts on this one. And something else, my squats, I believe. Then I've got my thick bar, which is just made from an old PVC pipe, slid over the top of this one, which is identical to here. Got this on Amazon for 20 quid each. They're very cheap barbells. They're 6-footers. But this slide's over here. It's got some foam inside to keep it all together. Again, Brooke Hewitt's, things like that. Thick bar training. Great stuff. These are all assortment of weight plates. In fact, I've got weight plates everywhere. I've got weight plates up here on top of the welder. Some 5 kilos there. Plastic one. Got my skipping rope here. Always good to have a skipping rope. I've got my homemade sled, which is just a wheel, and this is my handle. Handles are somewhere around here. Here, that's just made from an old pipe. It's got like chewed on by dogs and everything, but it works. I want to make a new one of these out of like a metal kind of dustbin lid, I think. Those are, you can see the design from Ross Enamite stuff, one of his YouTube videos. He's a very good guy, lots of information there for homemade equipment. On here we've got my wrist roller, which is just old bale twine attached to that PVC pipe. We got 2 sets of dumbbells, thick and thin. These are 1-inch dumbbells, these are 2-inch dumbbells. Again, PVC pipes and foam. There's the foam, that's the PVC pipe. They're just slid over on the dumbbells. They work fine. More difficult for the grip, obviously. That's an easy curl bar. I've never used it, and I've had it 2 years. Waste of money. 2 sets of bag mitts. Well, 1 set of bag mitts. 1 MMA training glove type thing. Few sets of clips for my what do you call it? Barbell. Some old duct tape. You know, I've got to keep my sandbag together. This is my resistance band for, well, doing different exercises, I suppose, but I use that a bit. Then medicine ball, it's great for power. Throwing it around. It's obviously 6 kilos, not too heavy, but it's heavy enough for me. It's made of rubber. This is my ab wheel, which I broke, so I put some old sander plates on there, keep it together. Kind of dangerous, I suppose. This is my dip belt. That's goes around there. Obviously, pull-ups, dips on there. Pull-up bar. That's a good point. That's up here. It's just an old like pipe that was laying around. I think it was laying around over there in this corner. I just stuck that up here, and then put some nails on either side. It holds it in place. It doesn't wobble around. That's my pull-up bar. Pretty crap, but it works. This is my sledgehammer. If you've ever read like Ross Enamite stuff, Zach Evernash, things like that, they always mention sledgehammers and what they can do for the trunk muscles and cardio, I suppose. Don't like that word, but yeah, cardio, things like that. These are some old newspapers, don't know why I've got them there. This is my pillow for when I do neck bridges, things like that. Save my head. I mean, this is concrete floor, so it's quite scary. My bike. And these are my rings up here. So, rings from the floor up to here. These are gymnastic rings. If you ever read Alk Radler's stuff, Coach Summer, now Elliot Hulse, they all mention rings. So does Ross Enamite and Zach Evernash. Importance of ring training, whether it be basic calisthenics, using push-ups, pull-ups, dips, those kind of things, or more advanced stuff like gymnastic levers and odd positions like the L-sit and the straddle. But they're very difficult to use, but they are very rewarding. I've noticed a lot of gains with them. So, yeah, they just connect to the rafters up here. We've got a cam that just, you press that in, quickly adjustable. Then we've got my bench that I bought ages ago, pretty cheap, but I don't really use it. Don't do any bench pressing, because it hurts my shoulders, so it's kind of a useless waste of time for that. But instead I do lots of overhead pressing, things like that. Then if I come out here, I've got my brush. This is a very important piece of my gym, because my floor is covered in crap all the time, so I have to, not literal crap, but straw and shit, so I have to clean that up. This is currently sat here. It's meant for bales of cotton, like bags of cotton. Not cotton, shit. Bales of wool, sorry, from the sheep that we have. But this is doubling up as my dip bar currently, which is quite useful. Then my tire, which I use the sledgehammer slams. The sledgehammer that's in there, and then I can flip this tire, things like that. Again, you probably see it like strongman contests, things like that. It's very good to use. It's very difficult, but it's rewarding. This is my old stone. Again, Zach Evernash, things like that. I mentioned stone lifting as a great source of strength, so that's what I do there. And then this is my actual yard where I train most of my old objects. I mean, I don't want to do it in here because, well, there's no space, so I bring all this and I bring it out here. just walk up and down and things like that with it. It's a nice place. I think it's like 40 meters across, 50 meters. So got a lot of space out here. But this is my gym, I guess. It's not very impressive, but it works for what I need. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye bye.